Hi, my name's Kate and welcome back to another Sims 4 build video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a speed build that I did recently for a base game only, kind of like pink Victorian house. I did a base game only build because I shared one of my builds on Reddit and a lot of people were saying that they would download it, but they didn't have that many packs and I felt bad and I kind of wanted to try and do a build only with base game. I do quite a few of these, like from time to time I just like to dabble into the base game, see what it's got to offer. It's never that good. But today I did a lot with debug in this build, you'll see. So I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. There are thumbs under here, I promise. Subscribe if you want to, and let's get into it. Okay, we are starting off as all of these videos start off, and that is by doing the shell. Again, for this build I wanted to use octagons. I wanted there to be like towers. I was kind of inspired because of that new Castle Estate kit that came out recently. I haven't bought it and honestly I don't plan on buying it. Although I feel like I say that about pretty much every Sims pack, and yet here I am with as many as I have. But I was kind of inspired by that pack and builds that I had seen people doing. So I decided to do kind of like a play on it. It's not really castle vibes, it's definitely more Victorian. But I haven't really built a Victorian house like this. I tend to find Victorian houses very difficult to build, especially the shells, the exteriors. I feel like a lot of them are very intricate and it's just hard. So this one was kind of like more off the cuff. I didn't have like a reference picture. A lot of times I will have a reference picture of something that I feel like I want to build, but I didn't have a reference picture. I just sort of like winged it, and I think it went well. However, I will say like when I got to the interior, it was such a weird shaped shell that I really struggled. You can see I'm just like building a fence there because I wanted to put like trim on the roof part, and the Sims 4 is buggy like that, so yeah, that's just what I had to do to make it work. But I really struggled with like a lot of the times I'll use like the base, it's not base game, it's from Get Together. It's just like a really basic white column, and I'll use it on the corners of my builds to sort of like highlight it. And one thing that I really struggle with base game is just that they don't have like a plain white column. Like everything has like design on it, and it's like sometimes I don't want design, sometimes I just want like a basic square small column. So that is one thing with base game, is that it has a lot of like these like detailed things, but it's kind of missing like a lot of like the basics, which is weird because it's base game. But I'm just playing around with like different windows. I was trying to figure out what I wanted. Typically I go for the more sort of like, they added like this brightened up white swatch to a lot of the windows, and I tend to go for that. But with this one, I decided to go for the more sort of like dirty wood looking colour. And on this rooftop pit, I would normally put like a shingles or something up there. Obviously, I didn't have those in base game. So I used this weird like bumperlicious wallpaper in white, just like at the top to add like a different sort of texture to it. So it wasn't like just a plain white or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of silly because it is just like bumps, but it kind of worked. I also ended up putting these like base game chimney things on the towers because I wanted like a pointy like Victorian thing, but we don't have that in the base game. And I ended up using this as like a fin on the on the thing. I did quite a lot of like base game, I wouldn't really call them tricks. I tried doing a bunch of different creative stuff with the stuff in base game. Like I used like urns on like the columns to give them extra detail. I used like flower things in the fence to give it extra detail. Like I really tried a lot of different stuff. I tried to be very creative to make stuff that you can definitely get in other packs. Like there is definitely a lot of packs that have sort of like the Victorian roofing accents, or that will have like different things for like the wall to go like above the windows and stuff, or like below the windows, like flower boxes. But base game doesn't have that stuff, so I was just using what I had. Like I put this dog thing on top of the roof. I was just picking up a lot of stuff that I thought I would want inside, and you can see I'm putting like these little flower things on the edges of like the fences and stuff, and I think it looks really cute. It's like a really cute little touch that I wouldn't have thought of before. So I was really trying to get creative and like just stretch the creative muscle in my brain, and I ended up putting these bows on like a lot of the windows, so it's not meant to be like, I guess, super realistic. I used used this as kind of like a dormer, like a fake dormer. Obviously it's a chest, but it kind of passes. And I use these urns on the columns to add like a little bit more extra detail. I was trying stuff. I used that other urn as like a flower pot, like I put a flower in it. Yeah, I think a lot of it ended up looking really cool, and it added a lot, like a nice element to a very basic base game house, because a lot of base game houses end up looking the same without any detail because base game doesn't have that much. So I was really happy with how much detail I could do on this. And the exterior of this house is definitely where it shines, like with the landscaping especially. I did a lot landscaping wise, like a lot. It took a long time. I think I spent probably about 3 or 4 hours doing the exterior and the landscaping of this house. And then when I got into the interior, like it didn't take that long because there's not a lot of room. But I really went all out on the exterior. I'm building this in Willow Creek. I'm building it on like it's a lot near the Goth house. I don't really know the layout that well. I'm putting just like a fence all the way around because I think it will add a nice little thing, and I really wanted to use that gate in particular. But then I also wanted like a walkthrough so you get this nice little pergola area that I'm making out the back. So yeah, I don't put fences around my Sims builds because I don't like the blockiness of them, and I tend to like making my gardens quite like natural looking, I guess, without barriers, so I'll just put like plants around. But I did end up putting plants out here by this nice little pergola area, and I put a piano under the pergola. So you could have like a little, I don't know, a little like musical performance out here. I don't know. And I found these really nice flowers from Base Game Debug. I've never seen them before, but they look so cute and magical to me. Like they look like little butterflies. I really, really like them. And I also found these like little blue squiggly things. I think they're from the Sylvan Glade debug, as well as these like pink little flowers, which are so cute. I wish we had them in the actual game. I made a little pond, not a big pond, a little pond, and I made it with like this like nice cherry tree and these like root areas, and I just put a little bit of like plantage in there. And I put some like bigger rocks, and I searched for ages for this freaking like debug dock thing that I knew I've seen before, I know I've used before, but I couldn't find it, and then I just typed in doc and it came up, even though I'd been looking through debug for like, I'm not gonna lie, like probably like 40 minutes. I felt kind of stupid. But we're moving on to the interior, so I will show you obviously like the finished exterior at the end. I just didn't want to bore you with like all of the landscape, and like I don't know how much people are interested in seeing the landscape, and like is it more fun to see the actual like interior design part of it? I'm not sure. I tend to like seeing the landscaping sometimes because I like to see how people do stuff because it's quite helpful. But for me with landscaping, I just sort of like do it like wing it, I guess. I don't really do a lot of what I see other people doing. I just sort of see like do whatever feels right. That sounds really stupid, but so this is the layout that I did initially, but I was having an issue with this little freaking corner, and I kind of wanted this house to be a 2-bedroom house. When I went upstairs, I realized I could not do that. So I moved the kitchen over here. I ended up putting a really small bathroom downstairs, which low-key I hate. I hate the bathrooms in this house. I ended up putting like an office space down here. We've got a TV, we've got a seating area. There's like a full 4-seater dining area in one of the little octagonal parts. So there's like everything you could need here. It's just there's only one bedroom. I ended up adding another bathroom upstairs, which I wish I could have made into a bedroom, but just the layout on this one just did not work. It would have worked a lot better if I'd have used ladders. Like for example, there was another octagonal part that I just didn't even bother adding a ladder to. So if I'd have used ladders in this build, there would have been a lot more room. But I decided to use stairs because I just like stairs. I like the way they look. Well, it's not that I like the way they look, but I don't like the way that ladders look. Like, they're not very, very realistic. Like, no house has a ladder in it. So yeah, I'm just working on like a very, very small kitchen, and I was trying to figure out the vibes. I decided to go very like pink and girly. Again, kind of like magical fairy vibes, but not like as magical. Although the landscaping, I would argue, is extremely magical. But yeah, base game has a lot of like princess kind of rugs, in my opinion, like royal looking princess rugs. So princess just seems like kind of a good style to go with base game. You can either do like princess, or you can do like Mediterranean, or you can try and do like Victorian. But I like the princess style. I think it looks cute. I was kind of struggling because everything was like white on white on white, and I really wanted like a little like coffee table, like a really small like circular one. None to be seen in base game. They don't have any. I wanted to put the desk this way around, but like at the last minute, I was like, "Can your sim walk around that?" And I figured probably not, so I switched it around the other way. Although it arguably looks better this way, but I just don't think your sim could like actually fit through there. I was trying to figure out where to put like a bookcase and stuff, but there's quite a lot of windows in this house. There's not actually a lot of wall space, which was kind of a little bit of a struggle because I didn't know what to put where or where to put what. Like I was kind of struggling, and also base game has some ugly curtains. Like base game, seriously, like it needs a refresh. I know it's free now, but like a lot of people originally paid for base game, or like we pay for all of these other packs, and base game should be more extensive. Like if you look at like a game like Minecraft, you buy it the once and then they update it, and that's how most game works. Like the Sims 4, the way that EA does it, I think is ridiculous, and it's honestly a little bit offensive that we keep having to pay more and more and more when like they could go back and update the base game a little bit, like not get rid of stuff in the base game, just add more stuff to the base game so it was actually like you could actually do more stuff with it. Because like building just a base game only house is honestly painful because like yes, it has like everything you need, like a toilet, a sink, a shower, yada yada, but like it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that like you would use in all of these different styles, and a lot of it is just very like outdated, and not even outdated in a way that like is usable. Like the stuff in base game is odd. Like you can make a really good industrial house with base game. Like they have some really cute like counters and stuff, but like wallpapers, they are seriously lacking. Things like the counter department and just like a lot of decoration, things like plants. There's no big just like plant, like a leaf plant. Like yeah, the base game needs a refresh. It needs an update in my opinion, and I think we all deserve it. I don't care if The Sims 5 is coming out soon. Like we deserve a refresh of base game. I'm saying it. Anyway, I'm working on this sort of like fashion area. The bedroom was a very odd shape. Like I couldn't even have the bed in the middle so like Sims could woohoo. I had to push it over to the side just to make it fit. And this bedroom, like, it's fine. It's cute. Like, I would have liked to have had like the hanging clothes, even the ones from base game, but again, there wasn't any wall space for me to do that. And I decided to remove both the doors to these like outdoor balconies because like I just could not figure out how to have the doors and have the room. So I just replaced them with windows, and I don't think it was missing much because they were very, very small. Like I probably couldn't have fit anything on them anyway. In real life, I'm sure it would be nice to just walk out there in the morning and be able to look over your beautiful garden, but in The Sims, it just wasn't working. You can see we've got another bathroom up here, and like I said, I maybe could have turned that into a second bedroom, but like where the windows were, I was really struggling to make it even big enough to fit a bathroom in there. So I don't know. I guess I'm glad that I kept it as it was, but I really wanted this to be more than a one bedroom house. Like I had worked so hard on the landscaping. Like honestly, in future, I think before I go all out on the landscaping and stuff, I need to make sure that there's enough room in the house. Because I do this a lot, I guess, where I'll build like the shell of a house and I think, oh, it's so cute, oh, it's so amazing. But then like when you go in, there's all of these different bits sticking out everywhere that it makes it really, really hard to actually do anything. So yeah, I think in future when I build houses, I'm gonna do the shell and then make sure I can actually do like a feasible like layout inside, and then actually like work on the landscaping and stuff and do all the details and get really attached. Because at this point I had worked so hard on the exterior that like I couldn't change it without like messing a bunch of stuff up and just creating so much more extra work for myself. But yeah, I like this house. I think it's cute. I think the landscaping is ace, and like I would probably if I was to go back, I would probably like update just like the wallpapers, some of the details on the exterior, but I would mainly like update the interior, and just leave like the garden as it is because I think the garden is so cute. But yeah, I like that is something because you can definitely make smaller rooms with like the different packs as well because they'll have like smaller dresses, like not smaller beds, but like smaller dresses, smaller like bedside tables, and they'll have just like a lot of more compact stuff so you can actually make smaller rooms and fit more into the rooms. And I think I was kind of struggling a little bit, like if I'd have had like the Discover University shower, for example, I could have made like a way smaller bathroom, or I could have made like a one tile desk area. Like the things in base game are all quite like bulky and big. I also decided to put an observatory in this build, which is that big telescope looking thing. When we had that, we didn't have like the backyard back pocket observatory, whatever they're called. Like we didn't have actual telescopes, we just had this one big thing. And I can safely say that I have never placed this thing down in my entire life. Like I've never placed it in a build. But when I was like looking through everything in base game, I saw it and I was like, huh, you know what? That could be interesting. And I put it there so that you can use it. And yeah, it's there. I think you can woohoo in it. Like can you die from it? I'm actually not sure. I know you can die from the little telescopes, like a meteor can hit your sim. I'm assuming it works the same with the big one. I don't know though. But yeah, I put that there. It looked kind of cool. It looked kind of magical. I was also really struggling with like little clutter pieces. Like base game just like is missing like those little, it's missing the details. Like it really is. It's got basics, but it's missing like the details that you need to actually make a house cute. But regardless, I think this house turned out really cute. Let me know what you guys think of this house. I've seen a lot of people build a lot of base game houses, and typically I feel like they're very bland and very boring. And I feel like I made this one fun and a bit more unique. Like I think I made it cool with what we had, which was just stuff from base game, especially the exterior. So let me know what you think. I'd love to know. Unless you think I did a bad job, then don't tell me because I'm sensitive. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished build. I will show you in the game, like I'll tour the garden and stuff. But yeah, this is, I'm just adding like literally like the last little bits, like some curtains here, a curtain there, a lamp here, and then we'll be done and I'll pop into game and show you how it looks. Because like when it's like flipping around everywhere, it's like really hard to like follow. But yeah, let's go into game. So I built it here on like, it's not opposite the Goth Mansion, it's like diagonal to the Goth Mansion. I built it here and we will go and check it out in this bit. Oh, I'm so tired of like loading screens. Even when I'm trying to just like show off a build or like go between builds, there's so many different loading screens that you have to go through. It's so painful. My partner was actually telling me, and I didn't know this, but originally Sims 4 was meant to be like an online game, which is why he said that they put like a lot of like rudimentary stuff in place. Why are you so uncomfortable? But there was like something that happened before. It was like maybe it was like SimCity or something. I don't remember the specifics. But there was something that they had launched before that was an online game and it like completely like plundered. It did really, really badly. So apparently that's when they switched The Sims 4 to not be an online game, and that's why like the game has like loading screens and like isn't an open world concept and is like lacking so much stuff is because it was meant to be like an online game and then they swapped it like last minute and obviously didn't put a lot of work into it because it was last minute and it's EA. So I thought that was really, really interesting. I don't know the actual specifics of it, but I found it really interesting. You can look it up if you want to, but I just thought that was a cool little bit of like information that it was meant to be like a completely different gaming experience. But yeah, this is the exterior. There's a lot of pink. You can see the little observatory back there. And like, if I told you that this was a base game only house, I feel like you would look twice at it because base game only houses are typically very bland and boring. This one is colourful to an extent. I mean, it's pink, but it has a lot more details. Like I really like racked my brain. I literally looked through like every item in base game debug. It took hours, and like that is the one thing is like you can make an okay build if you scour base game debug, but like it takes so much longer than, like, for example, if you just have like a Victorian roof piece that you could just put it on the roof, but instead you have to find something, then you have to raise it up, then you have to make sure it fits right, and like it's just very irritating. But yeah, the exterior of this, in my opinion, came out so cute. I really, really like it. I really love the landscaping. I just did like some magical stuff. Like, this is like my little urn trick. Like, I don't know if I'll do it again, but I think it adds like some nice detail to the column, and also like the little flowers, like the wedding flowers, the pillars. Like, I think it's kind of cool, right? That might just be me, but I think it's cool. And yeah, just my little tricks that I did. Maybe I'll make like a base game hack video or something. But so, and this is the house. We'll go inside first, and then I'll show you the back garden. My Sim's in here, so I'm so sorry. I apologize to him. Don't look at him. He's cool, actually. He's kind of a cool Sim. Anyway, you come in. This is what you're greeted with. And we have our kitchen to the right, which is like a really small kitchen, but it has everything that you need. And it is very cute. Like, it's a very cute little kitchen. There's like a kettle on, it's a boil. You have enough room for prep. Anyway, there's like a dining table over here, a clock, a little neon parrot sign. This is your little living room that our Sim is currently using. This chest, which is also on the side of our house. Yeah, it's cute. I put this globe because it reminded me of the globe bar from Vintage Glamour. So I thought that maybe you could just pretend that it was the globe bar. It's cute. And then we've got like our little desk area over here with like a cute little view over there. What is that? I don't know what that is. You got a cute view. There's a bookshelf. There's another clock. Aha. I don't think that was intentional. But then you have the first bathroom, which is really simple. It's just a shower, a toilet, and a sink. Yeah, it's a really, really simple bathroom. And that is literally the whole downstairs. Like, it's really, really small. You come up the stairs and boom, there's a bow. No, this is the upstairs bathroom. It's again really, really similar. I meant to say simple. It's really simple and similar and simple. There's just like a sink and a mirror and a bathtub. And yeah, this is just like the bathroom. And then this is the bedroom. It's not my favorite bedroom. It's like, it's fine. It's whatever. This bed is really cute. Some pictures. I put this. This honestly creeps me out. I think it's just a mannequin, but it really creeps me out. But I thought maybe they could be into like fashion. Put this divider here, and like this is like a little try-on area. Like, you can sit here and you can try on clothes, and that is legitimately the whole interior. But yeah, I'll show you. This is our little trunk on the side of the house, and like these little details as well. I don't think I really showed, which is just like a little. I put like the snowflake from the holiday stuff up there, and if you don't look closely at it, I feel like it looks like a flower right on the top. I thought that was cute, and obviously we've got like this dog thing as like the. I don't know, I have no idea what it's called, but like on Victorian houses, they will normally have stuff on like the top of the roof, like pointy fencing or something, or just like a little detail. So that's that. And then obviously these are like the Victorian tower pieces, like the spikes that they have. This is meant to be a dormer. So yeah, I tried. Okay, you can't say that I didn't. Anyway, let me show you the back garden, because the back garden is probs my favorite thing about like this whole build. Okay, you come down. There's what? Okay, you come down the stairs and there's Bella Gosh, like a little creep. Hi, Bella. Fucking creep. But yeah, you come down the steps, and to the left, I made like a little fountain area. It was originally a different fountain, but it didn't really. The water didn't flow in live mode, so I changed it out for this fountain. And just like some nice landscaping around it. I've got this rock path, which I had to place every single stone on this path. It took ages. We've got like a little grill and just like a little table that you can eat at. You can do some bonsai treeage. Okay, so you can walk out and you can go here and you can take a seat and you can see our beautiful our beautiful pond. We've got like some swans in there. This is the dock that took me ages to find. And yeah, it's just a cute little magical area. And then you can also follow the path back. And we've got this pergola area. We've got a piano you can put on a show. I put like all of these debug cats that I found. There's like one there. There's one there. There's one on top of the piano somewhere. He's there. Like, there was just a bunch of debug cats in debug, which I didn't really understand, and dogs. They were all white though. It was very, very odd. And there's just like a little place to sit. Yeah, this place I thought was just like a really cute little area. And then if you follow this, then we have the observatory. So there's like some stuff to do out here. It's cute. The piano area is probably my favorite. I also put like on the front deck, I put like this. It's called like a box of kindness or something. And I just kind of got like bitchy vibes from whoever lives in this house. And, like maybe they get like loads of gifts and like fan mail and stuff. Anywho, that is the finished build. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think down below. Is this the best a base game house can get? Let me know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.